3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
All right, here we go. Hit the Books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel, alongside the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish, producer extraordinaire, Zach Phillips. I'm merely Brad Powers. A wild one in Happy Valley first half with the Buckeyes leading the Penn State Nittany Lions 14-10. A couple of touchdowns taken off the board there. Still, the first half does go over the 23.5 with 24 points scored. We'll get a complete breakdown on that game. Plus more as far as your questions, comments, concerns. We'll have some more best bets. We've already got 15 on the board. We're already off to a 2-0 start for the week. We'll see if we can continue the momentum here. But before we get into all that, let me remind everybody that we are indeed sponsored by FanDuel, and you can make every moment more this college football season with a win on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. We love FanDuel, whether it's betting early releases as far as FBS, FCS, whether it's derivatives, whether it's parlays, whether it's, pretty much anything under the sun. We love FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. And right now, all customers can get a profit boost every single college football game day. That means you can pump up your gridiron winnings multiple times a week. Now, this week, it was the game that we are indeed talking about here, Ohio State, Penn State, the biggest game of the weekend. But keep in mind, you can use those parlay, the profit boost on spreads, live bets, totals, so much more. What you can do is just visit FanDuel.com/hitthebooks to download America's #1 sportsbook. That's FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. Disclaimer: you must be 21 plus and present in select states, or 18 plus and present in DC. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg/help.com. Knish, what'd you think of the first half? I think the Buckeyes are the better team.
I totally agree with you. Glad we kind of came back on that Monday. I took a little Ohio State live in that first half as well. Would honestly lean that way in the second half too. Penn State cannot get the ball down the field. And I think that's the end of the story. Ohio State has more options. They do have some issues on the offensive line. Will Howard hasn't been great, but
Will Howard has sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I was probably a little bit light there, but I think they're the better team, player to player. And kind of with some margin there. Penn State's defense is doing what they can, but offense just has no juice. A couple of, they had a nice play down there. But I don't see it. I mean, the pick six is the only reason this is
a ball
game. So, yeah. I would lean Ohio State second half or live or whatever you want to do with it, but
let's see. It looks like 1.5 in the second half. I know FanDuel does something different. They do, that they add the second half total to the live in game. So 5.5. So, if my third grade math is correct, 1.5 for the second half. So that's certainly a lean there. Buckeyes minus 1.5 in the second half. I agree.
Yeah. And on the total,
I mean, there's points left on the board. Do you want to? Hey, I'm just saying. Do you want to protect? We gave out under 47.5. Do you want to give out over? Protect it, eat the juice. It's up to you, bud.
I mean, I don't love the position. I'll say that in terms of
that too. We'll get criticized on twitter.com. So, I mean, we'll just eat it. But for those of you that did bet under 47.5 and have that exact number, I would say what I would do in that situation, what I have done is try to get out of the under position. So I'd eat the juice. That's just me.
I thought, after a Penn State 8-minute field goal drive, I was like, oh baby, we're sailing now. And then pick six, insta pick six. So
And it's the Ohio State offense. I mean, 3 times down the field. I know they only scored 14, but it probably should have been 21. So, my goodness.
All right, we gotta. And this is, I'm gonna hijack here the question. What is Syracuse doing? Virginia Tech, no starting quarterback, no best player in Tootin. They only have 3 points at half.
Yeah.
Yes, they are a mess. What is going on? Are we playing any Syracuse second half? 257 to 152 is the total yardage in Virginia Tech's favor.
How much?
They've outgained them by about 100 yards. Virginia Tech.
No, I'm not interested. I think, did I see that right? That the stupid running back for Virginia Tech ran out the clock at the end of the first half where he could have fell down and they could have kicked a field goal. I thought I saw something like that. It was on one of my TVs where he just ran down and got tackled at the 3-yard line or something on the final play. Yeah, I'm not really that interested. I bet Syracuse, the line. Obviously, Drones and Tootin being out with Virginia Tech favored by 3, that was never factored in. And you didn't get enough time there for that line, for that injury news to get factored in. I don't know. I guess that's a story. Bryson Daly out for Army. He's worth a hell of a lot because Army is big time. Yeah. Although
they're driving right now, but I agree that was. I'll give credit to some people in the Knish circle because I was hearing that this morning, and then
I was too,
but with the caveat of like, well, we'll see a warm up, so and then a certain channel dropped it, and then everything started blowing up. So
can I? Nah, I'm not gonna. I know he said he got down positions, but there was more positions to be getting to get down. Yeah. That was not factored. His Daly being out was not factored in.
No, at all. What did it close? 17? 17
yeah, so there was 3 or 4 more points of positions to get down on that. My goodness. That was interesting. What else is interesting? How about Manny Diaz? If he goes in and beats Miami, how would that be? That would be. I would like it personally.
I could tell you. I know you would. Man, Miami every week they just play with fire like this. What's the current line on that one? Miami minus.
Miami will come back probably. That's what they do. Let's see. Can you pull the live one up on that one? Zach, Miami Duke.
I'm seeing like Miami minus 3.5 live. So basically, second half minus what, 7.5?
Well, that's actually a good number because I'm seeing 9.5 second half.
It's 7.5 minus 130. So, or 3.5 minus 130. So you're paying 7.5.
Yeah, I got you. I lean that way. Not best bet material.
No,
their defense can still, leaves a lot to be desired. Touchdown Army. So that's a big one because Air Force is still struggling moving the ball. Tent did a good job on that one today.
Yep.
He did a good job. It might not win, but he good job with the Syracuse pick too yesterday. Yeah, I see it in the chat. Tunes said he knew it yesterday. Partners had it yesterday. I get it. He had it, but I'm just saying if he wanted to get down more, there was still opportunity to get down more. I mean, it was obviously hadn't been totally factored in yet. I get all that. What else are we looking at here? Any other interesting games?
Arkansas with a total no-show, especially in a game where Ole Miss was missing some pieces there.
Yes.
So that was an ugly first half. Were you on under in that game?
Podcast I'm on I wasn't personally. That was more Todd and Payne on that one. I'm not, taking, not taking credit for something. I didn't have a position there. I'm not that I disagreed with it, but unfortunately we can't win a bet on that podcast this year. We couldn't lose a bet last year. Now we can't win a bet. It's unbelievable. Look at that. Sam Pittman, hot seat. He's got work to do. I'll just put it that way. Minnesota, Illinois. Have you watched that game at all?
I've caught a little bit. I feel like Minnesota should be in a little bit better position than where they're. Actually, Illinois, I didn't catch up on that end of half. They must have gained some yardage there. Total yardage, they've outgained them. So, it's more even than I thought it would be, but take a 3-point lead into halftime. Memphis.
I got nothing there. Obviously, we got a best bet on Minnesota laying the 2.5. So
Memphis
we'll see.
defense.
We buried the lead. We did get a nice half-point winner over the Blue Horseshoe.
Oh,
night,
yeah.
Nice
Which was, it was one of those, like, I saw it 34-13, and I'm like, it should have never been that score line. And then our boy Zachy Gibbs comes us a couple touchdowns late. So I was worried they were going to go for 2. When they were scored to cut it to 7 or to cut it to 8, I was like, please, God, do the stupid thing and just kick the PAT. So, yeah, we'll take it.
We'll have to look. I am not watching the Vanderbilt game live, but it looks like Auburn tied it. It was 7-0. A lot of money on Auburn today. Money on Purdue today. We'll see if that works out.
Northwestern had a pretty ugly pregame injury.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
So I think that's what came in. But Purdue is a pretty ugly program at the moment.
Yes.
So,
all right, let's get to the stars of the show. That's you guys. And first and foremost, we got a super chat. Dane, $4.99. Knish, my wife left me because I lost too much tail on your NFL picks. Any locks for tonight? I can get it back.
Listen, the NFL picks have been just fine, Dane. I'll tell you that. Don't worry about the Sunday morning NFL pick. We got to get more. But although this show we've been doing, been running a little better. Did Stanford just score there? Man, that's a back and forth one.
Stanford just scored.
Yeah, it was at 31-21 now.
That sucks. I should have it was either NC State or the over, and I gave out fucking NC State. I'm sure they'll get backdoored. The over had hit already.
Yeah. I was gonna say that because that under was took money all week.
It took money. I thought there was something I wasn't getting in the game because I couldn't understand Stanford and the under money. I should have given out the over. We'll see. Probably lose that game. Not particularly fond of that one. Even though we're covering, it's just you're getting negative BP right now. Everything's a loser. Trying to think what else. Let's just bring out the best bet since he was looking for locks. Let's see what else what we got left on the board. If we can bring up our best bets. I didn't come into right now thinking that we'd had. We did give out 15 this week. Buckeyes are looking good. 24-7. I thought I saw Akron jump out 7-0. Buffalo scored 24 straight.
They did jump out 7-0, and then it's been a rough road ever since then.
That's not looking good.
No.
Minnesota, we'll see. Hopefully they hold on to that. The under's not looking good. Penn State's not looking good. Ohio State money line is. NC State, I'm sure they'll blow that with their defense. It sucks. You got North Carolina later. I'm comfortable with that still, obviously. Scroll down, Zach. I'm sorry. We also have there we go. Levitt. They moved the kickoff.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't know. That weather looks like, it looks like it's going to be really bad. Are they going to play that game? We'll see as it gets, there's a lot of, I would think that becomes a problem, particularly in the second half of that game. But again, more running than throwing. I think we're in good shape there. UCLA, weather probably affect that game at some point. I'll take the dog with a low total. South Carolina plus 3.5. I'll take that. Iowa's looking good. As far as the CLV, Robertson, again, weather could be an issue there. SMU, I think we're in good shape. Looks like the tout service card today. I think I gave out almost all that on the tout service, so we'll see what happens.
Do you have anything on the Maine, Oklahoma?
You know what? I didn't bet. The reason I didn't bet, I thought the weather would come into a factor, but Oklahoma and the over was my thought, but I thought there was going to be some bad weather. And if you're looking at it in the second half, Maine jumped out 7-0. Well, it's been a total run out since, but I don't know. I should have bet it. Damn it. Did you bet it? I know Oklahoma took money. Oklahoma and the over took money.
Yeah, so I think somebody faked it down there. And then I never got in. So and then a blasted pass. I only wanted 34 and a half, so I never got in
I
there.
agree. It was sitting there for a while. 34 and a half was sitting there at a couple books.
It was. And Joey
like
Case
46 was the total. I mean, I fucked that up. Not doing.
Yeah,
I didn't know what to think with Oklahoma. It's just, that's a lot of points for a team that can't score, but that's definitely a get right game for them.
Yeah. I'm going to bet that 49 and a half, though. That was just that fan. Like, we won't best bet it because it's live, but there's some, minus 130, minus 140 around. I think 49 and a half is worth a little pizza bet there if you're into that type of thing live.
You're laying it?
No, I'm taking the plus 49 and a half.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what? I didn't know.
No.
Okay,
no. I think, okay. It's just going to be running the ball from here on out for Oklahoma.
All right.
So,
gotcha.
Yeah, I'll take the two
plus
TDs.
49 and a half.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. Appreciate you, Derek. All right. I have not done a good job hosting. Let's get to a bunch of questions here. Cressman, Lewis starting for Nevada. I'm liking Nevada +2 or money line. He is starting, but Nevada's down like 6+ other starters.
Yeah.
I lean Colorado State there.
Yeah, I hate it because we need a Colorado State loss here. But I lean that way too. Yeah. So Lewis is back, but as you're saying, Nevada's in bad shape, and Colorado State's really playing well here the last month or so.
Yeah, they've covered 5 in a row. Let me just read this. I mean, this is at the end of last week's game against Hawaii. Nevada was down their top 2 running backs, Red and Garwo. Its top 2 tight ends, 3 starting defensive linemen, a key edge rusher, a starting offensive lineman, and a starting wideout. That's what they were down at the end of the Hawaii game.
That's
so. Some of those guys are back. A lot of those guys are not back this week. So no, I cannot take Nevada. Max, Sparty +7.5 is a go. Yes. Yeah, I'm there. Are you?
I'm not there.
Okay.
I'm not.
I like that.
I'm not laying it, but man, I can't get there.
Okay. Fair enough. Tout Service did not give it out as like one of the top 5 bets, but gave it out as a top lean. That's, that's touting 101 there. The good old lean. I'm trying to look and see. Man, Stanford's got 260 yards. What is going on here?
Oh, NC State already just scored again, though.
Oh, did they? All right, that one's back and forth.
Now this over was the lock of the NC State's going to go over by themselves. So
yeah, unbelievable. All right, we'll see. Hopefully, we can get a win there. A 10-point wins. Everyone's happy. Zach in the chat. Why is Georgia a bye? Why so much Gator love?
When
is Georgia a bye?
Are we going to see?
I like Georgia in the game.
Yeah, me too.
Where are we at? 14 and a half. Oh, I like Georgia.
Me too.
Do we give it out or no?
I personally, I listen. I don't know if I personally bet some juiced 14. Okay. So
we definitely like Georgia. I can tell you one of my favorite leans of the day was Georgia. Team total over. I like that. I think Florida's overrated right now. Too much love for Lagway. Too much love for the Gator defense that hasn't played a legit offense here in the last few games. And then you give Kirby Smart 2 weeks of prep for Lagway. And they'll be motivated. I think we get good Georgia today. If we do, it's going to be a blowout. So we do like Georgia. We want to lay 14. We're price sensitive. Hey guys, Clemson -10.5 from Guy S. I lean that way. I didn't get there though. I need to lay 10. Did you get there?
I agree with almost verbatim what we're talking about there with the Georgia game. Like, you got to have the price on that. So especially like big late in the season, Power 4 game, premium teams, you're talking about the most efficient of the college football games. You got to be price sensitive with those half points on key numbers.
We are in November.
In those
big time college football games around key numbers, half points are now look, shop around. There's a book in town.
Yeah.
You can lay 10 in here in Las Vegas. So team total over 37.5. Isn't there supposed to be maybe some weather, some rain?
Yeah, I think there's a wind. And I know we looked at 36.5 yesterday. It's just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
couldn't do it at that price.
I agree. Lean on Clemson. Good spot. Similar spot to the NC State Stanford game. I thought that was 2 spot plays for me were Clemson and NC State this week. Guy S, I just like the price better for NC State. Therefore, we gave out -9.5. Guy S, Nebraska, UCLA over 38. I mean, it is low, but I mean, there's supposed to be some really bad weather. I mean, it's going to be some heavy rain. Now, I will say this. Lightning, they don't play this for, I mean,
Right,
you know
right.
that. They just delay the game, delay. Have you heard anything recently on that?
No, I gotta be honest with you. I'm shocked this got back through 7. So
a group. I'll tell you, it's the Friday group that comes in, and I got to be honest with you, I don't agree with a lot of their stuff. So I don't know if they're head faking the market, what they're doing, or they just got big bankrolls. They're having some fun. I cannot believe it's 7.5 either.
No, me neither. Especially with the total move down. Garber's looks good to go. So
Yes.
they've got I mean,
now UCLA plus 7.5 would be my favorite bet left on the board.
I'm with you.
You agree?
Yeah, no, I'm with you at 7.5.
On current
I know we've already
prices,
played
yeah.
there.
I mean, yeah, that would the current prices absolutely. Keep it rolling here. The Buckeye game started off. Buckeyes already crossed midfield. They're going to win this game. Boy,
Yeah.
James Franklin, what do you do there? You got an $80 million contract. The guy cannot win a big game for his life. Unbelievable. Derek said he bet Ville plus 10.5. I disagree, but at least you got a good number. How do we feel about H-Town at plus 13? I'd certainly lean Houston at plus 13.
Yeah, that has been a dead
He says
zone
no
game.
movement on that game all week, but I thought I saw some stuff today that went from 13 to 12.5 and 12 at some shops, right? So 13 is a good number. I think it's like 12.5 right now.
Is there someone?
Oh, wow, 13.5 at FanDuel. Our friends at FanDuel. If you like Houston, that's the best shop. That's the best price in town.
Let's.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
I saw that in the chat too. That was
plus 13.5. There we go.
Yeah.
Love it. I think they're sneaky to win the game. I don't like this Kansas State team. I think they're overrated. Wow, the Buckeyes are just rolling here. I mean, we got a 1st and goal to goal now. Unbelievable.
Yeah. That 13.
They're in the red zone at least. Wow.
Price. Yeah. Lock that. That's a good price.
Yes. So there we go. Houston plus 13.5. A little bit of juice there. I guess they're not. My bad. I can't count numbers. They're at the 27. Terrible. Scott, Auburn laying more than a touchdown didn't seem right. It didn't. It seemed a little fishy. I mean, obviously that game in college seemed fishy, and obviously the Jets-Texans game. That's why, I mean, sometimes you just stay away from those. All right. But Vanderbilt covers is going to be just like, oh my God, how could I not bet Vanderbilt?
I was going to say, like, yeah, I know.
Well, you were right. I mean, when it's moving the other way, I mean, he's been banged up, like you mentioned. Does somebody know something that he's more banged up than anticipated? Pavia? So that's the concern. FCS from Crestman, Northern Arizona on the money line. Let me see what I made that game. That's late. Got to be, right? No?
It's a 4
didn't bet it.
1 p.m. your time. 4 p.m.
Shoot. I don't see it.
Versus Weber.
Versus Weber? Yeah, I lean that way. So 1.5. I made it pick. So there you go. Nothing big. Did you do a lot with the FCS today? I mean, I made some bets.
Yeah, there was some action in the early slate. A little bit more than previous weeks, but it's still.
I agree. My volume was a little up this week, but nothing like was screaming, "Oh my God!" You got to get this bet in. But there was a little bit of inefficiency, and I'm wondering if there's some inefficiency because some people left. There was some, the lines got posted early. It doesn't look like people got attacked that stuff before I got to it on Friday. Kevin in the chat, Air Force offense actually looked halfway competent towards the end of the half. I haven't seen what did I know Army went down the field and scored. Did Air Force do anything? I'm sorry, I didn't look.
No, I haven't. Looks like they're. No,
I'm hoping they. Let's just say I hope they stay within 3 touchdowns. Anything above 3 touchdowns was pretty good. Before
Duke
that got
driving red zone.
Okay. Yeah,
touchdown here,
I think I don't want to jinx it, but I think if you got in Air Force when that was sent out on Telegram, I think you're okay. Do you guys get an App State +3? I certainly lean that way. I don't know. Best bet material, is it? But that's a bet that I made, App State +3. Did you do anything with that game, Knish?
The +3 is the only way I could play it. I haven't actually gotten in on it yet. What time's that kick?
I was told that Friday group that I don't necessarily always agree with was on ODU this week.
I was going to say that kick, yeah, because he took some money. 3's pretty widely available, and that kicks in about 15 minutes. So,
yeah, I mean, that's worth the bet. I'm not saying best bet. I mean, again,
I'm not going to say best bet either.
We gave out what 16, 17 best bets. I mean, I think we gave out enough this week. But we'll see. Maybe there's something else. Boys, glad to be back. Any leans or likes for the Cyclones? I didn't do anything. Buckeyes just hit a long field goal. They're up 17-10.
So I heard there was some early chatter that Morton went down hurt. It looks like it's his non-throwing shoulder, and he's going to give it so I don't know. He's definitely not 100%. Can he gut through it? How well does he play? I don't know. So normally,
is the Storm system going to get up there by tonight?
Yeah, and that's what the other thing is.
I mean, that thing is like, I mean, it looks like a spring storm system with that moisture coming up out of the Gulf. That's unbelievable. Yeah, that would be my worry, betting the total. And actually, what's going on with the Iowa-Wisconsin game then, too? I mean, I'm looking at the Doppler and the way it's moving. Keep an eye on that, guys, because, I mean, it looks – I mean, if they do play it, it's gonna be heavy rain, and I do look at, when it rains, it's got to be like a downpour, and it looks like it'd be a downpour. Well, I don't know. I'm putting on my weather forecast hat. We'll see. Crestman Troy +4. I was told that was the sharp side, but I didn't get there. Did you?
I have not either. That wasn't one I was looking to get super involved in.
Nah. Coastal off a bye. Troy's offense is better with that kid, but he throws too many picks. Kirk in the chat, Wyoming +7.5. I'm more on the New Mexico train this week. Misleading game against Colorado State last week. But Wyoming's playing better offensively. Tent, I think, gave out a sneaky over. I kind of like the over there.
Yeah, I like the over in that one too.
Before we get to the super chats, we'll get to them real quick here, and we'll close it out and expand on those two. Arizona State money line. I don't think it's cheap. I mean,
it's not cheap anymore. I saw some 5s reading there. So, I think the window to bet them's passed.
Guy S, Oregon, Michigan over. I gave out the tout service this morning, gave out Oregon team total over. What'd you think of that, Mr.
I don't mind. Well, both Michigan starting corners out, Will Johnson and Jair Hill. So,
and again, Oregon should have put up 40 on this Buckeye defense, and this Buckeye defense playing pretty good against Penn State. Remember, they didn't give up the touchdown. This is pick 6. So.
And I'll tell you, the guys that are replacing Michigan in that secondary leave a lot.
Can we see that team total? I might best bet this. Go to Oregon total, team total. I think if it didn't get too crazy from the tout service. What do you think? 30.5. Sounds like your pause on a Michigan game means that you're not wild about it. So.
I'm not. I mean, I could see like a 27-10 type game. A 30-13. Just so. All right. But I let me say, I would lean that way though. Gun to my head. If I would take.
I mean, we gotta get Gabriel the Heisman. We can't have Tent, going around for a whole 5 years talking about Travis Hunter. We need Gabriel to throw 5 touchdown passes today. Benjamin Rash, we appreciate your super chat and appreciate sticking with us. Penn State 13.5 against Washington just came out. Are we talking about next week yet?
I think they pulled those down for since those games kicked off.
Did they?
But
I thought about that. I can tell you I was looking to bet that. I didn't know. I kind of liked the Buckeyes. So I was like, what? How bad is this Ohio State going to be? So I did not bet that. But we appreciate the $9.99. Hit us up anytime. And we'll hopefully get that answered quicker. Crestman, $25. We appreciate that. Just want to thank you guys for your work. I got Northwestern, NC State, Eastern Michigan, and Vandy in my portfolio, doing well based on the knowledge so far. Let's not jinx it, but decent start.
Decent stuff, Crest. I tell you, you're doing a better job than me with Eastern Michigan. Instead of just betting, just Joey K just wants to jump off a roof every week with Eastern Michigan because
I got the 10. I mean, who was betting that?
I know some sharp guys that were on Toledo, and I took a little.
10, I mean, laying 10. I mean, I wish if I saw 10 at the start of the week, Eastern, we would have had Eastern on Monday show as the best bet.
They're live, so
let's. It would be very, very good if Candle loses another one. That would be great. Oh, Jason Candle, up to his tricks, losing outright is a big favorite. You got any closing thoughts? I know this wasn't our best. We'll recap the best bets. Do you got anything else that you were looking at, whether it's FCS, FBS tonight? Again, we gave out a ton.
I was going to say, the portfolio is loaded up.
All right. If you guys need one, I'll own it. It won't be unofficial, but I do like Oregon over. I needed that rubber stamp from Knish with it being a Michigan game. We didn't get it. So. But you can get after me if it doesn't go over. I think Oregon kills Michigan. Zach, you gonna pull up the best bets? Are you okay today, Zach? I mean, we didn't get the link until it was like already halftime. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't see any show. I didn't see any show promotion on Twitter. I'm like, are we even having a show?
No show promotion.
What's going on here?
I have like 20 things going on right now.
We like giving you a hard time.
No. Don't put that on me. Come on. No.
Unbelievable. I'm hearing touchdown NC State.
Touchdown Duke. And NC, yeah.
Yeah, we're Manny Diaz. That would have to be. Oh my God, would you love being Manny Diaz tonight? Keep him going out on the town on Miami if he can. I mean, remember his dad was the mayor of Miami. God, I love it because they did not give him the same support as Mario. I mean, they did not give him the empty, the blank checkbook. So I would just love nothing more than that to stick it to that asshole Cristobal. Unbelievable. Best bets. I'm sorry. We'll recap them. Sorry, Zach. Got on a tangent. You're doing a great job, buddy. We're just giving you a hard time. We're not trying to get on you, man. You are still the best producer in town. I still float your name around for other positions. Low key. Minnesota minus 2.5. Hopefully we get a win there. Akron's going to be a loss. Look at that. Buffalo 31-7. What the hell is that? Ohio State's looking pretty good. Oh, I like that. I did not know. Win probability 78.2.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's live?
Yeah.
That's awesome. BetStamp, what a great product. The under is not looking. The under is still okay. I mean, is Penn State going to score? Are they moving? I don't know. They haven't done shit.
Right, the live number is dead on 47.5. So.
All right. Well, they are at the 30. So we'll see. Let's get field goals. Penn State plus 3.5. Nah. NC State, if indeed they scored another touchdown, we are officially now looking okay there. North Carolina, we talked about it. Leavitt. Houston, we did add. UCLA, I said it. I love it. South Carolina, Iowa, Robertson. See, this is what I mean, folks. I'm sorry we didn't have much more. SMU, LSU next week looks good. So we're looking. We're
Super Chat, our guy High Value yesterday asked us if Miami's going to drop one. He bet somebody. I think.
Yeah, he did.
We're pulling for you, HVC.
Yeah, we are.
I didn't think this would be the week, but Manny Diaz says otherwise.
Yeah, I did not think it'd be this week because I don't think Duke's that great. I'll tell you what is aging well. SMU beating Duke -6 in turnovers on the road, right?
Yeah.
So that looks a little bit more impressive.
All Guys, right. I got one more thing for you. One more. Hold on. Yesterday, Jacob Murphy asked, can we get a quick Portland State versus Sacramento State breakdown? Last game on the board Saturday night. You guys asked me to hold off on it until
Look
today.
At this. See, this is why Zach's the best.
Now he's rebounding. He's rebounding.
Yeah. Pull that game up, Zach. I made it 12.5 and 66 is what I made it. We don't have much. So we don't have much, unfortunately. I don't have much. I'm sorry. That's not enough. Like if it was a main board game, I'd be like, yeah, maybe lean under, but nah, that's not enough. Did you do anything? I didn't bet that. I made probably 15 FCS bets. That game wasn't one of them. I know it's the final game on the board tonight. Everyone's going to be chasing. I'll tell you, if you're going to chase something tonight, I'll give you a 1 for the road. If you're chasing something tonight, it's one of the last games on the main board. I do kind of like Colorado State. I think Nevada's banged up. I think Nevada's in trouble. And remember Norvell, game means a lot to him. He left Nevada.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That would be the one. If you're chasing tonight and need something, can you believe they don't have any late windows tonight? That's the last game, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, no, I don't know what the deal with that is.
What the hell? Is FanDuel going to post these then the whole entire week too by 11 o'clock your time or midnight? We shall see. So make sure you're checking out FanDuel tonight to see if they post all the week 11 stuff early.
They're really no. This has got to be the first time in no late kickoff.
Oh my God! How often does that happen? Once every few years?
Is that because daylight savings time? The rollback?
Yeah, we're wow. But see, we fall back. So I mean, what are we doing, man? We get an extra hour of sleep. We got nothing to watch.
I don't know.
Wow. I guess we'll need that extra rest for a great NFL card for you.
Yeah.
We need that extra rest for our 3-hour political show special at 5 o'clock on Monday.
Game 7 of the World Series was scheduled tonight.
We'll be talking college football on Monday's show at 5. For the man, and I see Benjamin Rash. We appreciate you again. The Zach Coin $4.99. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we need to launch. Apparently, it's easier than you thought to launch a crypto coin.
There's one more thing. I'm sorry. I know you got to go. There's a chicken Big Mac now. Did you know this?
No.
Did you know, Zach? That's more his world. There's a chicken Big Mac now.
Yeah.
Is it good? Have you tried it?
No, I haven't tried it. No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I have not ate at McDonald's in forever, but a
No,
chicken Big Mac.
I got to be honest with you. Just looking, it doesn't
look
I'm
good.
not running to go get it, if you know what I'm saying.
RW Fan 23. We need Powers and Knish breaking down the swing states on Monday evening. We'll touch on it. I mean,
we need one of those boards that they got on CNN. I see if Pizzola can overnight one to the studio.
Yeah.
Here I can
we have the touch screen. Well, if this happens, I mean, it's going to be the Rust Belt. I mean, it's Pennsylvania, it's Michigan, it's Wisconsin. It's going to come down to that, folks. It just is. North Carolina, maybe Virginia, but we'll see. Nevada looks like it might go red. Living here, so we'll see. All right, that'll be it. I got nothing else. R.I.P. Pete the Squirrel. Yeah, that was not a good story to read on that. If you know that story, that'll be politicized, unfortunately. But for the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish, I'm merely Brad Powers. Producer extraordinaire Zach Phillips did a great job. For all the questions, comments, concerns, we appreciate you guys, the real stars, the listeners. You just watched Hit the Books, the halftime special, Penn State, Ohio State, part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel. See you Monday.